Aloha, good morning. I think I'm guessing it's like 9:42. Clear docks and clean yard before you go home. Alright. 9:43 now. So yeah, we started today at 5. All week long it's been driver appreciation week, and so we get little treats. Yesterday we got a bucket full of car washing paraphernalia. The day before that we got gift cards. The day before that I think they got sandwiches. The day before that they got donuts. Or anyway, today we had our annual healthcare medical insurance update, so that took half an hour. We had one run this morning, a load of furniture from the shipping terminal out to Waipahu. Then we bobtailed back in rush hour traffic to the yard, and they gave us 2 more runs, a load of coffee supplies. We just finished that up. We took it out, offloaded, and then brought the empty back here. And so now we're ready to start up our next run. This is a load of lumber going out to the Campbell industrial area. Definitely what I would call a good run. According to the community list, it's number 67. And I got a location, Alpha 16, stall 26. So let's go get hooked up. Of course, we got the big ship of the weekend. They offloaded that Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and they reloaded it Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. And now they're just putting in the final touches. Later on today it'll be leaving. So the shipping terminal on Friday is on a modified schedule. They'll be closing from 11 to 1. 9:45, which means we're probably going to have to find some place to take that flat rack after we get it offloaded. But let's go get hooked up to it. Alpha 16, stall 26. A flat rack full of lumber, 16 stall 26. That looks like it. max weight loads. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 57,000 pounds shipping weight. All depends on how much big boards are on it. A lot of times the little boards don't weigh as much. Okay, so that's a little on the low side. We're going to lower the airbags here. Hopefully we can get our tires underneath it. Not quite. Let's give it a second. So we're going to have to raise that up a little bit so that we can get the tires underneath. And it's heavy, so this is going to take a little work. So we just got to go up a few inches. I'm going to say that's maybe 20 cranks. This is where the use of the low gear on these trailers is so important, because it allows somebody as weak as me to lift up 20 tons of lumber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. You really don't want to do more than you have to. Let's see if we can get under it now. This way I get a breather in between each set of 20. Yes, no, maybe. Hey. Okay, one problem solved. On to the next. It does look like a fairly new chassis. Working, strap locked, good. This one isn't quite locked. Gotta keep an eye on these things. There we go. Latch is latched. Now we can roll up the landing gear. Go from low gear, I'm putting it in high gear. And each crank, that's like 10 times in the low gear. It's much faster now. There's no way I'd be able to lift that weight using this much higher gear. That's an excellent example of how it works. Tires. They seem to be inflated. This is not locked. It's closed, but it's not locked. Now it's locked. Lights are working. Even the license plate, mud flaps. Again, this is closed, but it's not locked. And this is something you'll find 90% of the time on intermodal trailers. Now it's locked. Tires seem to be inflated. Light. Nice and tight, these straps. Oh, what's this? Light's not working. Is it plugged in? Seems to be. I can't change that light too. Oh, there we go. I'd say close to 85–90% of the time when the lights are not working, they're not plugged in correctly, or they're not plugged in at all. Now sometimes in this case, if you just tap on them, they start working. So unlike over-the-road truckers where they do this probably in the morning every day, in Hawaii, when you're hooking up to 8, 9, 10 containers a day, you're doing a circle check 8, 9, 10 times a day. And almost always you can find something. But once you've done it, now you know kind of where you stand as far as the trailer goes. And if there's a flat tire, you won't be surprised you have a flat tire when you're already out on the road. You're taking care of it right now. Brakes work on the chassis, so we are good to get out of here. Yes, it does feel pretty heavy. I don't know if it's 57, but it's definitely over 50, I think. Making our way to the clerk. Alright, not bad at all. 46,866 pounds of lumber headed out to the Campbell Industrial Area. Let the boss know we're leaving. Yeah, we're leaving Matson with the killer. Double. So in container freight, when they load it, they'll load heavy freight on the bottom, and then they'll put light freight on top so that you don't crush what's underneath it. That's not the case with lumber. With lumber, you got heavy pallets of lumber on the bottom with heavy pallets of lumber on top. So the weight is usually always heavier with lumber, and you're a lot more top heavy, and as a result, much more likely to flip over if you go into a turn too fast. It's not as bad as pipe, but you do have to be aware of your turns, because they do not take turns well at a high speed. So let's make our way past the scale house. I don't know if they're open today. They usually open at 9, and it's 10 o'clock, 10:02. Looks like the weigh station light is flashing. And this is their most likely time to pull us in, so I'm feeling kind of positive we're going to get pulled in. But I know I'm under 50,000, so we'll be all right. But they're going to check us just to be sure. It doesn't seem like the type of load that can shift around that much, so if we were overweight on any axle, definitely can't be the driver's fault. It would have to be whoever loaded the trailer. And that's who they'll send the ticket to. So in front of us we got a garbage transfer truck. They're always heavy. So he'll definitely get pulled in. And then maybe they won't pull us in. Garbage trucks, when they're headed to the dump, are always at max weight. Something to be aware of when you're going past a garbage truck headed to the dump. Got the green light. Got the green light. Yeah, refrigeration trucks. Meat, poultry, even milk and eggs. That stuff is always heavy. That's the goal in trucking. You want to carry as much as you possibly can when you're shipping freight. So that you don't have to, it's always better to do it in one trip instead of two. We had this, what do you call it? Association meeting I went to just last week. And they know I'm a truck driver, and the lady asked, so how often do you carry the really heavy loads? I mean, so I asked her, well, you know, maximum weight allowed by DOT without a permit is 80,000 pounds or 40 tons total weight. She goes, yeah, how often do you carry that? I said, probably 2, maybe 3 times a day. She goes, really? I thought that would be like once in a while. But no, it's every day. So you kind of get used to it. But we're going to head on out to the Campbell Industrial area. The transfer truck in front of us is headed to the same place. He's going to H-Power where they burn the garbage and create around 15% of the electricity for the island. The garbage goes in and the ash comes out, and they take the ash to the landfill and cement all the other landfill stuff into place with the ash. Looks like he's gonna stop and take a break. Stopping at the gas station, that's usually cigarettes. Just ahead here, we turn onto Nimitz Highway. Nimitz Highway will put us right onto the interstate. From there, we head all the way to the very end of the interstate, exit 1. It's about 20 miles from here. And then we make our way from the interstate down into the Campbell Industrial area. A distance of about 2.5 miles, 3 miles. Where this lumber distributor is. And this company distributes to all the big box hardware stores. It's primarily trim and shelves, shelving, finished lumber. Making our way to the Campbell Industrial area. So we made our way out here to the Campbell Industrial area. Got to back into the area here, but got to back in off of this busy little road. And it takes a second because you got to do it pretty slow. Don't want to rush it. So it's better to be patient. So you could go in forward, head in, and then back out empty, which is a lot of drivers prefer that. But I don't mind backing in. I guess it just depends on how comfortable you are with your backing. Okay, so the front looks good. In the back we got a garbage truck coming. After that truck goes by, then we'll be able to. Now there's another little red car zooming up. A pickup truck behind him. Another car behind him. I need at least 15-20 seconds. I think we got it. Try to find the perfect spot here where we can unstrap everything and the forklift can get to both sides, offload. It usually takes a little less, probably right around half an hour. A lot of straps on this truck. Yeah, we're leaving Kelleher. Got here at 10:45 and it's now 11:05. That took 20 minutes. So there's no place to take the flat rack because the shipping terminal's closed until 1. So dispatch said go ahead and bring it back to our terminal. Put it in the yard. I'll probably have to dump it later today or on Sunday. And I'll be working Sunday. Just enough time for me to eat my meatball sandwich for lunch. And some zucchini cake for dessert. Well, yeah, if you're wondering what the weather's like in Hawaii today, we're at 88 degrees. It's hot. Humidity is low though. It's only just a little under 70, 69%. And the trade winds are blowing at a normal speed, which is 10 to 15 miles an hour. Typical trade wind weather, summer day in Hawaii. Good day to go to the beach because it's hot outside. But yeah, making our way back to our terminal, get rid of this empty flat rack. So yeah, we brought the flat rack back here to our yard. I'm just gonna park it here on our fence line. And later on today we can dump it, or on Sunday. It's 11:46. It's going to run inside the dispatch. See what else they got going on for this Friday afternoon. That's it. We can shut it down. 2:59, almost 3 o'clock. So we came in at 5 today for that meeting. We'll be out of here by 3:15. We did 9 movements. We drove 145 miles. Good Friday. We'll be back on Sunday. Tomorrow we got sports photography over in Waimanalo. So it should be a busy weekend, but we're off on Monday, so looking forward to that. Got meatball soup planned for dinner. Potatoes, carrots, and cabbage with some meatballs, mushrooms, all in a soupy stew. That's what's for dinner. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching.